All right. Let's see. Do I have what I need here? I need something. All right. I think I got what I need to do this one. This is something I've been working on for a while. Well, let's say it starts with a knife. I think in this case it's 3 would be in this box. So let me get this opened up off the screen real quick because it's a really big box because there's a bunch of knives in here. Okay, there's 1. There is number 2. And packaging. Number 3, Monterey Bay. Never had one from them before, so that'll be interesting. All right, we're gonna put Monterey Bay aside because the main premise of this is my last attempt to but really like enough worth keeping Chris Reeve. I do have one, where is it? I don't even know where it is right now. Large and cozy. Hopefully it's somewhere in here. Okay, I'll get it where it is. That I think is pretty good. Okay, sorry. There we go. And I've kept it around. I got this one used. This person like took the sticker off, which kind of wasn't mentioned when I bought it. But anyways, I have a small and cozy I'm selling right now. Killer deal if you're looking for one. But the Umnumzaans, a lot of people like Metal Complex and others have said that they feel like it's better. And I had an opportunity to buy a couple of them, DropPoint and Tanto. So I figured, you know, in the theme of overdoing it, which tends to be like what I do on this channel, why not? Instead of just buying 1, let's buy 2. I hope you enjoy that as much as I did. I shouldn't, but anyways. First thing I noticed is this over travel stop is different than I remember the other ones being. I'll have to get the Cozy out for a comparison, but just wanted to go into this fresh, kind of, you know, not coming from another Chris Reeve, but from other knives and see what I thought. Okay. The action's definitely good. The lock bar is very different. It actually really protrudes way past the frame. That's interesting. What is this? A front flipper? No, that's weird. Must be the, so I did lock bar myself. I like put a little lock bar pressure on there and it came out still. So this is interesting. On his other knives, the pocket clip doesn't rest on the lock bar. So I don't know why he would do that here. Maybe to give you room to grab the knife outside of the lock bar. Okay, so maybe you really want to be off the lock bar on this one. It's a little, same beautiful hollow grind, by the way. There are things I really respect and like about what Chris Reeve does, just not everything. Okay, this thing's pretty smooth. It's more, I don't know, I gotta pull out my Cozy and get a re-review on it, but it feels a little more of a thud and less of a click than I remember the Cozy being. Let's that's Zaans 1. Let's grab the Tanto one here and just compare. see how it compares. Trying not to mix everything up. It shouldn't be too hard on this, as long as I keep the tops of the boxes together. So generally the same, I think. It's all the same finishings. I do like this. It's got a nice little texture on it. That's definitely more aggressive than I remember the Umnumzaans being. Umnumzaans? I don't know. Or the Cozy rather. Let me see if I can stay off the lock bar. I don't like the lock bar very much. It's very abrasive on the finger. You see, I think they're trying to go for grip there by hollowing that out there. But what ends up happening is you end up only touching a very small piece of metal. And you know, you can see my thumb. It's been some time on knives. Excuse it because it's not pretty, but you know, I'm not terribly sensitive at this point. If you watch some of my early videos, I was more sensitive back then because I didn't spend as much time with knives as I do now. Like even in my, just a few months ago, it's obviously gone to another level for many reasons, but yeah, interesting. There's a little rubber insert there. That's kind of interesting. I never got the memo on that had a rubber. That's definitely I'd say better than what I feel like I experienced with his other knives. Just kind of curious. I mean, I think the idea of this knife running on washers and everything is a very efficient, sort of hard use, you know, get sand around it and stuff and it'll still work kind of model. I'm sure it does that. Let's take a look real quick at this edge. They do a really, really, really nice edge. I might have found a little dull spot there. That is you know, it's not a sliciest little blade. It's a pretty thick blade. Whenever you get a Tanto on the channel, you gotta do a little stab cut and make sure that all looks good. Okay, let me get it wiped down real quick here. Yeah, so I don't know. A lot of people say that this is like so much better than the Inkosi and the Sebenza. And this is definitely the more sought after. I do think the texturing's really nice. So that's definitely a step up from the standard Inkosi and Sebenza. Obviously you can get some nice inlays and stuff on the Inkosi and Sebenza. I think they have more variety in their model lineup. But let me now pull out my Inkosi. My large Inkosi is the one of all the Chris Reeve knives that I've had. It's the one that I could imagine that I like the most, that I could imagine potentially carrying the most. Like I want to like the small ones, but they're so small, they're just not comfortable on the ergos to me, deploying them even. Like it's not even just in hand use. It's like when you're actually rolling it out, there's like no knife to grab for me. I'm sure for some people, they know how to use it better and or whatever. For me, that's a problem. So I see, you know, this up here, you got a little area, like it's, once the knife's out, it's a great knife, right? Once it's out, the ergos are good. This is a very flexible handle. You can grab it wherever you want, pretty much. Use it however you want. The ergos are really good once the knife is deployed. I kind of go back to it though. Big part of why I'm a big Dumco fan is the ease of use. It's just awesome. So here's my Inkosi. My Inkosi is a little bit of a user, so it had a little time on it before it got to me. Now immediately I'm reminded by my thing I like probably the least about it, which is this thumb stud. So I do think the thumb stud is a definite upgrade. It's not the best thumb stud I've ever felt. I'd rather a thumb stud like this. I just think this is the best all around in terms of traction and comfort. But this one was definitely bad. This knife feels lighter. I don't know if it is, but it feels a little lighter. Looks like it's a little smaller, right? I could be wrong. So you can really see the difference in finish there. And let me roll this guy out. So I mean, this one is a user, so I kind of have to take with a grain of salt, but I like this better. I don't know if it's just because it's more broken in, so it's easier to use. But do I dare try and reverse flick this thing out? No way. only a better man than me is going to get that done, or woman. But I do like this this in Cozy. The Sebenza I was just really underwhelmed with. In Cozy, I only had a small Sebenza to qualify that. I didn't have a large one. This in Cozy I still like more, and again, it might just be because it's a user, but I like it more than this Umnumzaans. I like the texture on it, but I don't like the way that feels. I like that it's more accessible. Like this one's a little less accessible, for sure. But I like that this one has the flat surface on the lock bar. My lockup on this is really late. I'm at like 60–70%, which is interesting. Yeah, I didn't think so. So this one, to me, it's smooth. You can hear that though, right? It's kind of a thud at the top. It could just be because it's new. But it's a very like smooth thud on deployment, whereas this one's got a little bit of a click. Actually, more than a little bit. That's a it's a pretty loud click. So that to me is a little more satisfying. And yeah, I think you get more accessibility on the lock bar here, but not sure if it's worth it to me for the way it sounds. And this thing's starting to loosen up a little bit here. Again, it was outside. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it was outside in like 40–45 degree weather. So it's also just been warming up in the room a little bit. But yeah, I don't think it's like an evolutionary step forward for me. It might be for someone that, you know, uses their Chris Reeve differently than I do. But for me, it's not like an evolutionary step forward on the Umnumzaans. So, and look, I don't know how long, I'm not a Chris Reeve buff, so I don't know how long that's been out or whatever. But there you go. It's good to get it in hand, check it out and see what it's about. But I'll have to think about what to do with these two. So I have one in a Tanto, one in a DropPoint, and maybe I'll make some of these available at like Chris Reeve tail price to the channel and see if anyone wants that, because these Zaans are pretty hard to get a hold of. So got two of them. Let me know. All right, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know all those things about this Idaho maker that I don't know, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.